What's good? What's good? What's good, people? It's your boy Eddie B here to give you the free game on credit repair. And not necessarily repairing credit, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of game. I'm gonna give you some free game. Yeah, I mean, we ain't gonna go into the whole process, but we're gonna look over like what is credit, and then I'm gonna give you a couple little secrets on how to clean that credit up. All right. You don't gotta worry about nothing. I got your back. So let's get started with this. The free masterclass, y'all. Let's unlock the 3 secrets to fixing all of your credit issues for good. Right? Let's go into a little bit about me. I'm Eddie B. I can read off the screen or I can give it to you straight, but let's start with off the screen. So started his credit journey in 2020 during COVID downtime because what else was there to do? I don't know if y'all was like me, but during COVID, I was in the house chilling. What, no parties going on, the bars was closed, wasn't nobody outside. I was in the house. So I'm looking at my credit and I'm like, man, I'm gonna start working on this stuff. Tried to call credit bureaus. I'm thinking like easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Called them people up. They like whatever's on there is on there for 7 years. This, that, the third payment history. Don't worry about it. That's 2 years. This 4 years. It was out of control. So I'm like, okay. Started looking into it some more, and I saw the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I'm like, what's this? Fair Credit Reporting Act, y'all, is a law that governs the credit bureaus. Now, I know y'all thought that the credit bureaus was like in charge, like the government. No, they not. They are a company just like any other company. They got an EIN number, Duns and Bradstreet number, just like us. So the only thing that's different is they allow these people to have control over your credit score. Basically they get to report it. So they just like anybody else. But found out about the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is an act that basically protects us from them. They can't just do whatever they want to do. This law governs how they act. So learned about all this, wrote them a letter. We went back and forth. Next thing I know, late payments gone, y'all. Accounts gone, inquiries gone. I'm deleting all type of stuff. Score shot up 750, 800. We in the game. We in the game like LeBron James now. We putting points on the board, y'all. We just adding points, adding points. So that's how that started, and that's who I am. So once I did that, I'm like, let me see. My brother needs some help. Let me see if my sister needs some help. Let me see if my mother needs some help. I'm getting everybody credit reports, y'all. I'm putting them in. I'm like, look, I can get this off your credit. They're like, all right, let's see what you can do. Went ahead, started sweeping everybody in the family credit, y'all. I even tried to get Doug straight. I was like, Doug need good credit too. Try to sweep his credit. So that's how my journey started. Hence, 2023, we in the game now. Like your first year, you're a rookie. Third year, boy, you're a pro now. So these are just a couple examples of scores. Couple because this screen ain't big enough to hold all these thousands of people we done fixed up. But yeah, you can just see the numbers are there. So that's me, y'all. I like to call myself the LJ of credit repair, LeBron James. We out here putting the points on the board. But that's enough about me. So if you don't know, now you know. This is how your credit is broke down. It's 5 different categories here. It's a little pie, as you can see. 35% is history. Most important, y'all. Credit history is most important. And that's why it's usually the hardest thing to repair because they know that payment history on time, you're going to get some money. So you always want to pay attention to your credit history. The crazy thing about this is 98% ain't enough. 99% ain't enough. This need to be 100%. Payment history needs to be 100%. You can't have missed no late payments on your credit. Don't nobody want to hear that. You got some money from a man and you ain't paying back. They ain't going for that, y'all. Most important part of the pie. Then you go on to utilization, or amount owed. That's how they got it here. But it's credit utilization, y'all. This is how much credit you're using. So you can have $100,000 worth of credit. That's fine and dandy. But if you got $100,000 worth of utilization, nobody messing with you. Same thing. Basically, like my man let you hold some money, and you spent all the money up. You ain't really showing that you know what you're doing. Like you just can't use all the money I gave you. Where's it at? What you doing? So very important. Utilization right behind payment history. Then we go into length of credit, which is how long have you been around? Like how long you been having credit? You only had credit for a year? Nah, we good on you. You ain't been around long enough. You had credit for 5 years? All right, we can mess with you. 10 years? Yeah, you in the game. So that's the length of your credit, like how long you've had credit. The crazy thing about this is though, you can get credit history from becoming an authorized user on somebody else's card. Your mother had our card since 1998, been paying Macy's every month on $0 on the card. She adds you on her card as a user. Now you get that history. and now you in the game. That's what's up. Another one you could use is rent reporters. They report your rent. You could push that back 5, 6 years. That'll give you some history. It don't give you a whole lot of you know utilization. Like they don't show like a lot of money where you spending money every month, but it'll give you your history. Because that's what you need it for. You need certain things for different things. Then we coming over here to new credit accumulation. So this is your basically like your new card. So let's say you apply for 10 credit cards in the next 10 months. They're not going to let you get 20 cards and 30 cards and 40 cards. At some point, they're going to say, look, you've been getting too many cards. Hold up for a second. Take your time. Back up. Some companies even got rules where if you had applied and got 2 cards or 5 cards in the last 18 months, they'll cut you off. Like you can't even come back for another 2 years. So they look at that too, y'all, acquiring new cards. And then last but not least, the type of credit. Type of credit is basically you want to have a diverse portfolio when it comes to these cards because it's not just cards. You got your recurring, which is your basic credit card. Then you got your loans, like a auto or a mortgage. You want to have your stuff diversified. You want to have different things on there. Not a one trick pony where you only got a credit card. You want to have different things on your credit report, right? So let's slide on over here to how to analyze your credit report. Now we all that got the app on our phone, Credit Karma. I don't know if you got it. If you don't, you should probably get it because it's good just to see something pop up. But to really analyze your credit report, I use Identity IQ. Identity IQ is not like you got to use it, but the good thing about them is they go into detail about exactly what's on your credit report. They'll tell you which account it is, if it's ever been delinquent, if it's open or closed, late payments. Credit Karma don't go into detail like that. They'll tell you the day it opened, the day it closed, everything. They'll tell you about closed accounts, open accounts. Like I said, we're gonna look at it some more, but that's why you want to get a real credit provider like Identity IQ, where you can go ahead and pay every month and keep up what's going on with your credit report. But let's look at a I'm gonna give you an example of what you're gonna be looking at. So once you get the Identity IQ, this is basically at the top of the page. You'll see a breakdown of your credit report. So this is like a broad view, but it'll show you total accounts, how many of them are open, how many of them are closed, if it's any delinquents on there, if it's any derogatories, any collections, the balance owed, payments, public records, and inquiries. So this is pretty much a broad view, but you'll get to understand like, okay, well, look at this. I got open account 29, but what are these closed accounts 3? Why is it closed accounts on my credit report? So then let's just look at what a positive account look like. So you see the overview. Now this is where you'll get to see like a single account. So you look at this, and I'm gonna let you know because I know y'all can answer no questions. I was gonna ask you how you know if it's positive or negative, but I'm just going to tell you. So this would be an example of a positive account. Now you see we're looking at account type. Remember earlier I was telling you about revolving. So this is a revolving credit card, so a regular credit card, right? Okay, account type, charge account. Okay, that's cool. Account status open. Okay, now that's always good. This is an open account. Not always. If it was a negative and it's open, but this is an open positive account. Okay, it's not closed. It's open. So cool. All right, monthly payment $0. Okay, so we paying our bill. The date open looks good. It match all the way across. Okay, and past due $0. Payment status is current. All the green lights at the bottom. No late payments. Perfect account. We ain't gonna mess with this. We want this to be on our report. It's reporting as we need it to be. Perfect account, right? Now let me show you what a negative account gonna look like. Okay. Now this negative. Now my screen a little small, y'all, but if you look right there where it says account status, it says derogatory. That's not good. What they mean is derogatory. That mean you ain't looking good out here, buddy. Okay, now we look down here where it says payment status, collection, charged off. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. This ain't a good account. This account gotta go. And you can see in the bottom where it says charge off all these months. Nah, you looking crazy out here. Company look at this and see this. They not gonna give you a card to save your life. And this will hold you back, y'all. It's so simple and it's so crazy, but it's like the smallest thing. Like this one negative account can stop you from getting a $20,000 card from Navy or something. So this was the account we would delete. You know what I mean? So we're gonna put this on our list, and we're gonna be like, all right, now later on, we're gonna make a list of all these negative accounts, and we're gonna get this off our report. Another biggie is inquiries, right? So these inquiries, you get these whenever you apply for something. Like that card, we were just looking at that negative account, that's gonna be on here. That positive account, that's gonna be on here. Now we're gonna look at this third one. Now hold on, this one we try to go get that car. We ain't even get the car, but they got 4 inquiries on our report. So now we look thirsty. You go to a bank, you try to get another card, they looking at it like you basically been asking the whole world for money. They like, why you got all these inquiries? You like, man, I didn't even get that car. So we gonna put these on our list too. These last 4, they gotta go. These inquiries gotta go. I didn't get nothing from these people, but this will stay on your record for 2 years. I'm sorry. This will stay on your report for 2 years. So basically, you can't even really go apply for nothing that's looking at TransUnion. You see over here the credit bureau that's reporting it as TransUnion. You go to them, it's 5 inquiries here. Why would they want to give you money? It looks crazy. So we will write them down too. That negative account and these inquiries all gotta go, right? So just a quick little backwards real quick, just on the first few things here. So you already know we signed up for Identity IQ, right? We find all our negative accounts, and y'all start to pay attention because this the big one right here. This the way we going to get this stuff off our report, right? So this is the third secret. So once we see everything that's on there, the negatives, now it's time for us to get a dispute letter, y'all. So you remember earlier we talked about the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay, so we need to add the laws that govern these people in our dispute letter. How we gonna get our dispute letter? Well, nowadays people using AI to write their dispute letters for them. It's super simple. You just go in there, write a dispute letter. You can put in there exactly what the account is, the account numbers, everything we looked at over there, because you want to add the account number. It got to be exactly how it looked on your credit report. And also, we're going to include some laws, which we're going to talk about later, exactly which law. But we're going to include some of these Fair Credit Reporting Act laws and let these people know, look, y'all reporting on my credit. I ain't give y'all permission to put this stuff on my credit report. I didn't give you written consent. Y'all need to take it off. So once we do that with the letter, we're gonna get our letter together. Next, we're gonna go over to the FTC and report a identity theft. We're gonna put identity theft because you didn't give this person permission to put anything on your credit report. It's against the law. The Fair Credit Report Act covers you, and so at that point, your identity's been stolen. I didn't get these people permission to report this stuff on my credit report. Y'all need to take it off. So we're going to attach the dispute letter. And we're going to also give them our FTC report. We're going to also attach our license and a utility bill. That is so they can verify your identity. They'll swear up and down, we don't know if it's you. If you just send in the letter and do the FTC report and don't send in your ID and a utility bill that matches your ID, they'll go ahead and say this ain't really you, knowing it's you, but they will do that. So you want to attach all those things. And last but not least, we're going to go to the CFPB website and put all these things in there. So these are the basically like your lawyer for credit repair. They are the bosses of the bureau. So they got 30 days to respond. You put this stuff in there, they got 30 days to hit you back, and they got to respond because now it's a third party involved. So you got records of everything that's going on. You put your stuff in there, they respond in there, and then at the end of this back and forth, the CFPB will ask you, like, are you satisfied? And, basically lawyer up for you. They'll make sure you're good. But also, you can do a verified letter as well. Like I said, this is your credit. I'm not playing with them people. You shouldn't be playing with them either. Get you send all that stuff to them through the CFPB, but still go to the post office and go ahead and send it in a hard form and make sure it's certified. That way, they can't say we didn't get it. We know you got it. I sent it certified. They got to sign for it. We know you got it. Third thing, and this is like a bonus, but again, this is like your credit report. This is serious. You can call them too. After a week, after you send the stuff off, give them a call. Like, hey, look, I sent this stuff in. I'm calling to let you know I didn't authorize this stuff to be on my report. Y'all need to remove it. Now, if you call, sometimes you'll get a good person on the line. They'll go and delete it off your report. You ain't got to wait for the CFPB to hit. You ain't got to wait for the letter to hit. They'll go ahead and delete it. But it does take like consistency. You had to keep calling. It's something I did myself. I used to be in the car for an hour and a half driving to Virginia. I would just call until I got somebody on the line who was like, look, I'll just take it off. And it does work too. So again, this is your life, this is your credit. Don't take it lightly. Make sure you stay on top of them people. But let's talk a little bit more about the credit reporting act we was talking about. So I'm gonna read you uh, one of the laws here and kind of give you an understanding of what the Fair Credit Reporting Act is. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA 15 U.S. Code 1681, is a federal law that regulates how consumer credit information is collected, reported, and used. I'll read that last part again. This act regulates how consumers' credit information is collected, reported, and used. Okay? So you can't just be doing what you want. They regulating it. The purpose of this FCRA is to ensure that credit reporting agencies and creditors maintain accurate and fair credit reports. Okay, y'all? They is to ensure that credit reporting agencies, that's the company we were just talking about, and creditors, people who trying to say you owe this money, maintain accurate and fair credit reports, and to protect consumers from the potential harm caused by inaccurate, y'all hear that, inaccurate or misleading credit information. Inaccurate is a biggie one because, like I said, you could look at your credit report. It could be one thing on TransUnion. You could look at your Equifax. They got a whole nother date when your account open. You look at Experian, they got a whole nother amount you owe. I mean, it's inaccurate. So that's basis right there. Those are grounds right there to get this stuff off of here. It's inaccurate, bro. Like y'all not even reporting the same thing. You know what I mean? So super important to remember that law. We want to use that law. So here are a couple just to look at, but you can always go to this site too, and you can look over the FCRA Fair Credit Reporting Act itself and just look for laws that govern it is that you're trying to do. But two main laws you need to use when disputing. So we got Graham Leach Bliley Act, protection of non-public personal information, 15 U.S. Code 6801, addresses the protection of non-public personal information. Financial companies must keep your information safe and private. Okay, so we're using this law to say y'all reporting the wrong stuff. Y'all not keep me safe and y'all not keep me private. Y'all reporting misinformation on my credit report. You need to remove this account off my credit report. I didn't authorize this. I have an identity theft report here showing that I didn't authorize it. It needs to be removed. Okay. Next here, accounts, late payments, inquiries. This law is good for that. Procedure in case of disputed accuracy. 15 USC 1681I. So this is basically the breakdown of what's supposed to happen whenever you go at a credit bureau about what's going on here. So the first thing that happened is the dispute. That's what we initiated. We initiating a dispute. It's a fight. We going at y'all. We want to know what's going on. So then the bureau is supposed to investigate. The bureau investigates by getting in touch with the furnishers. That's what they supposed to do. The furnishers investigate. They get back to the bureau and say, okay, yeah, this person had an account with us, and we verified it. Now listen, y'all. How did they verify if they don't have nothing saying that you agreed to allow them to put something on your credit report? All they got is something that you signed up for on the internet or clicked on the internet that said, yeah, I want a card or whatever. Nothing signed, nothing, just agreed, and then they go ahead and put it on your credit report. That's not how the law is set up. They need to have signed documentation saying yes, you can report on my credit report. They don't have that. So how did you verify anything? So they'll come back with a correction or they'll delete the account. Sometimes they'll say, okay, you're right, we don't see anything, and they'll delete it or they'll correct it and say this person disputed it and they don't agree. And that's when I say that's why it's a fight, because sometimes you got to go back and forth with these people. You can say something, they have 30 days to respond. Now they send you back something, you got 30 days. And that's why you can't really put a time on credit repair, because they got 30 days to respond. So the first 30 days is basically you waiting for them to say something back. They say something back, now you send them something, that's a whole nother 30 days. So it's like you coming out the gate, it's a fight. So you got to stick with it. Now with the secondary bureaus, you can freeze your information on secondary bureaus. Um, I used to tell people that this was a method as well, And I guess it works sometimes because basically the big companies, the big three, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian will go to these people and try to verify sometime. Clarity Services, SageStream, Innovis, Check Systems, CoreLogic, LexisNexis. But the more I learn, it's like these people aren't really, it's not really that they can, like, you could freeze these, and the idea was that they can't verify with them. But it's so many companies out there that they could verify with. So the biggest thing is just going back and forth with them to let them know what the laws are, and they can't report this. It's no such thing as being able to just freeze the secondaries, and then they can't see what's going on because they'll still come back and say they verified it. So it's best to just do factual dispute and go back at them and let them know you can't report this on my credit report. Show me what it is that you found. What did you do to investigate this? And most times they're not going to be able to have or show you anything. And of course, the last step is taking these people to court because they lying, y'all. They be lying. Right to my brother, Mikhail. That's his favorite thing. They be lying. So this is just like a what you learn type thing. Okay. So this is what we learned today. Make on time payments, right? Pay those bills on time every time. Keep credit utilization low. Aim to keep credit utilization below 30%. I don't think I mentioned earlier, but 30% is like vague. So it's not just 30% of the overall. You want to make sure each card is under 30%. So that's every card under 30%, which will be lower than an actual just 30% overall. You really want to keep your stuff down low as possible. Okay, but 30% is like the line, but you want to keep it 10% if you can, 2%, especially when you're looking to get funding. Right now, if you're out here using your credit to buy assets, then of course we expect it to be over 30%. But make sure you're getting people their money back and don't apply for nothing new until you get that stuff back down to under 30%. Okay, limit new credit card accounts. We talked about that. Avoid opening new credit card accounts unless necessary. Monitor credit report regularly. Regularly check your credit report for errors or discrepancies. That's what I would use Credit Karma for because they'll send you a notification every day. Something is different on your report. Something is different on here. So you want to make sure you're doing that. Maintain long-term credit relationships. That's what we talked about. Keep old credit cards account open and demonstrate a long credit history. This is so important. I love this one because, like I said, it's like old money. It's like the people see that you've been having credit for 10 years. They want to give you high limits. They want to mess with you. Other companies, they'll give you money. You're new to the game, but ain't nothing like having a old history of just having credit. I put Credit Strong over here. Credit Strong is super dope for people. Early we was talking about having a diverse portfolio with credit. If you just got revolving credit cards, you don't have no loans, no mortgage, no car payment, stuff like that. Credit Strong is good. This will add a loan to your account, and it'll make it look like somebody loaned you up to $10,000. It might go even higher than that, but it's like $200 a month, and you paying towards like a $10,000 loan. But the good thing about this is it's like a savings because once you pay the actual 10,000, but by paying the $200 a month, they actually give you the 10,000 back. So you paying on a loan that's basically going to pay you back when you're done paying it. They also do one for $50 a month, and that's like 2,500. But it comes up as a loan on your credit report. So that's super duper legit, right? So can I share with you why they call me the LeBron James credit repair, y'all? That's a funny name I came up with. I just like LeBron James. I think he's a super dope person. But I also like the fact that he put points on the board, right? That's what we do over here. We add points to the board. We put points on the board, y'all. Like if you got a 700, let's turn that into an 800. We're going to put 100 points on that credit score. That's what we do. There's a few examples right here. 30-day turnaround, 34 points. 30-day turnaround, 58 points. 30-day turnaround, 43 points. And as you can see, these people, they my brothers and stuff, and I love them. But I'm just saying, you can see they was in the fives, y'all. So we can pull you up from anywhere. We pull you up from wherever you at. We coming for wherever you at, baby. If you got a 7 already, let's get it to 8. But that's what we do. So in my upcoming credit workshop, you will learn the fundamentals of credit. Learn why millions of Americans get hurt by credit every day, while others thrive with credit. Top secret credit repair methods. Learn how supporters clean their credit in as little as 7 days using our most aggressive methods. build to a 750, credit building and stacking methods to build your personal credit to a 750 and beyond. Approvals. Learn how to guarantee your next personal and business credit approval using our relationship building hacks. Total value $5,497. I'm gonna give you some free game right now, y'all. My credit repair workshop is not like anybody else's. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's a course. It's multiple videos in there talking about credit repair, talking about how to use credit, how to apply for cards, secret lists for banks to apply for cards with, and I'm adding new stuff every day. So this course, like, you'll have access to it for your life. So you can go and fix mama credit, daddy credit. You can come up later on and be like, man, I want to buy a house. I need to get something off my credit. Revert back to the course. You can come back later on and say, oh, I want to buy a car. You can call your homie up and say, look, man, what you need help with, and it'll be different slides within the course where you can go back and really work on your credit. It's not like a one shot pony. And so I think that's huge. I think it's major. It worked for me. Um, Buddy of mine, he was doing it, and I saw, and it really helps. It's the best way to go about helping people with their credit, right? So frequently asked questions: when will the workshop be? Where will the workshop take place? How much time do I need to commit? Will I have access to replays? Total price only $27. We actually slashed that two out of there, and this course is going to only be $7. I'm gonna give you free game for $7. I mean, it's gonna be so much in this credit repair course that I'm presenting to you today that you not gonna want to miss this. I mean, you're talking about for $7, you're gonna have access to this stuff for life again, and you'll be able to look back, and later on it'll be new letters in there. It'll be new videos. It'll be even more. And like I said, that's just building off what the people need. So already going in, you're gonna have access to dispute letters, learning about exactly what credit is, learning about how to apply for cards, learning about, I don't want to say LLC stuff because everybody not into the business, but I'm gonna throw stuff in there for the people who want to get in the business. I mean, it's just gonna be a full out course, like you went to college and they was teaching you how to get in the game. So, what kind of investment will it take? When will I need to make to attend? I'm sorry, y'all. It's getting close to that. What kind of investment will I need to make to attend? Okay, again, $7 slash the two. We out of here with a $7 price, y'all. So the website is cleancreditnow.com. You can go over there, check it out. Let me know what you think. Also, the link is in my bio on Instagram at eddie.bettit. You can go over there. Holla at me, y'all. For $7 again, I mean, I don't know what else I could give you. You know, I gave you the free course here. I'm giving you a $7 credit repair masterclass. And I mean, that's just how we rolling. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm glad I was able to do this. I wrapped this up in 28 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. So love y'all, and I see you in the fall if I see you at all. All right.